Good morning students. Welcome you all to this session. Today's class we are going to continue exercise 3.4. You can take page number 55 in your NCERT textbook and you can refer the questions from your textbook. Okay? I hope you all have taken page number 55 children. Exercise 3.4. We are going to deal with our second problem because in last class we have discussed about our first problem, which is a true or false. Now we can deal with our second problem. Identify all the quadrilaterals that have four sides of equal length. What are the quadrilateral having? It's like a recall of every chapter, every exercises. Okay, this exercise is recall of all the exercises. We are going to identify the quadrilateral that have four sides of equal length. Okay, four sides of equal length. What are the quadrilateral having four sides of equal length? Square, then and rhombus. Square and rhombus have four sides of equal length. Is it? Is there any other quadrilateral having four sides of equal length? No. Square and rhombus have four sides of equal length. Next, four right angle. Which quadrilateral is having four right angles? Square and rectangle have four right angle. Is it correct? Yes, now only we have just recalled that, right? In square and rectangle, we will be having four right angles. Okay, so four sides of equal length having, which are the quadrilaterals having? Square and rhombus will be having four sides of equal length. Then square and rectangle will be having four right angles. Okay, four right angles will be there, which means all the four angles of the square and rectangle are equal. Okay, next, third question. Explain how a square is a quadrilateral. We are going to explain how a square is a quadrilateral. Square is a quadrilateral because, why we are saying square is a quadrilateral? Because it is a four-sided polygon. Because it is a four-sided polygon. It will be having four sides. That too, it will be a polygon. So square is a quadrilateral because it is a four-sided polygon. We have to explain like this. Okay. Second subdivision. Explain how a square is a parallelogram. We have to explain how square is a parallelogram. A square is a parallelogram because what is the property of parallelogram? Opposite sides are equal, then opposite angles are equal, right? In square, all the sides are equal, all the angles are equal. So square is a parallelogram because in square opposite sides are equal, opposite sides and angles are equal. Is it correct? So it is also parallel also. Opposite sides are parallel also. That you can mention it. Okay. Square is a parallelogram because in square opposite sides and opposite angles are equal. Okay. Next is what? Third subdivision is a rhombus. Okay. We have to check whether our square is a rhombus. Yes, square is a rhombus because all the sides of the square is equal. Square is a rhombus because it has four equal sides. Right, square is a rhombus because it has four equal sides. Is it correct? Next, fourth subdivision is a rectangle. Whether square is a rectangle, children? Whether square is a rectangle? Yes, square is a rectangle because all the angles are 90 degree. Is it square is a rectangle because all the angles are 90 degree. Then in square opposite sides are equal. We can say any values, but I have any statements. Here I said all the angles are 90 degree. This is a statement. Because of this statement I am saying that square is a rectangle. So we have proved square is a quadrilateral, square is a parallelogram, square is a rhombus, and square is a rectangle. Okay. Next is your fourth problem. Name the quadrilaterals whose diagonals bisect each other. We are going to name the quadrilateral whose diagonals bisect each other. What are the quadrilateral bisect each other? In parallelogram, they bisect each other. Parallelogram. Then rectangle. In that also they bisect each other. Then square. Then rhombus. Okay, in those four quadrilaterals our diagonals bisect each other. Parallelogram, rectangle, square, rhombus. In those four figures we can say that our diagonals bisect each other. Next, second subdivision. Are perpendicular bisector of each other? They are asking whether our diagonals are perpendicular bisector of each other. In which figure we have perpendicular bisector diagonals? We have in rhombus, we have, then in square. Okay, in rhombus and square we will be having diagonals perpendicular bisector. Yes, do you remember that? In your last class we have discussed the same type about this. Next, in which we will be having our diagonals are equal. In which part we will be having the diagonals as equal? Diagonals are equal in square and rectangle. Square and rectangle we will be having our rectangle we will be having diagonals as equal. Both the diagonals will be equal. Okay, children. Next is your fifth problem. Explain why a rectangle is a convex quadrilateral. Do you remember the the word convex? Yes. See, actually the rectangle is a convex diagram, and when any one of the side angle comes inside, then it is a concave. Okay, so but this is a convex. Why we are saying that rectangle is a convex quadrilateral means, see, our diagonal will be inside inside our rectangle. Okay, the diagonals will be lying inside interior of this quadrilateral, so we cannot frame that diagram inside it. So the quadrilateral will be outside, so it will be convex. Then in rectangle all the angles will be like 90 degree. It is not more than 90. All are like acute, and it will be less than that angle only. See, if you take one diagonal angle, it will be less than 90 degree. Okay, so but in concave the angles all will be more than 90 degree. Okay, at least one angle should be more than 90 degree, but here everything will be 90 degree. So that is why we are saying that the rectangle is a convex quadrilateral. So listen, rectangle is a convex quadrilateral because, why we are saying it as a convex quadrilateral? Because the diagonals of the rectangle lying in the interior of the quadrilateral, lying in the interior of the quadrilateral. Okay, they are lying inside the quadrilateral, so we cannot say that it is concave. It will be always, rectangle will always be a convex quadrilateral because our diagonals are lying inside it. So interior angles will be 90 degree only. It will not be more than 90 degree. So it is a convex quadrilateral because the diagonals of the rectangle lying in the interior of the quadrilateral. Understood? Next is your sixth problem. ABC is a right angle triangle. See, ABC is a right angle triangle and O is the midpoint. Okay, O is the midpoint of the side opposite to the right angle. This is your right angle, children, because this is your right angled triangle and O is the midpoint, and this midpoint is from this 90 degree. Okay, from this 90 degree, this is the midpoint. Midpoint means what? This length and this length will be equal. Midpoint means it will divide into two equal parts. Okay, explain why O is equidistant from A, B and C, and they are saying that O, from O to A they are equal length, O to B, O to C. So OA length and OB length and OC length are all equal. Okay, that we have to explain it. The dotted lines are drawn additionally to help you. So what they have done, they have just drawn one line and extended, and they made this right angle triangle in the form of one rectangle. So it will be easy for us to do this, they are saying. Okay, so what they have done, what is actually given, ABC is a right angled triangle. What is it? ABC is a right angled triangle. Okay, then they have drawn AD and DC. Okay, they have extended or they have drawn like this. They itself have drawn, no children, for our convenience. AD they have drawn, DC they have drawn. After drawing, if you see, we can find that AD is equal to BC. Draw AD and DC. Therefore, AD is parallel to BC and DC is parallel to AB. Okay, after drawing you can find that AD is parallel to BC and DC is parallel to AB after drawing. Okay, so now if this is 90 degree, this will be some acute angle. So here also it will be 90 degree. This is also 90 degree. This is also 90 degree. Okay, see. Therefore, we have made ABCD as rectangle, right? We have made the ABCD is a rectangle. Therefore, ABCD is a rectangle. Yes, after this, these two sides are parallel. We are saying that ABCD is a rectangle because opposite sides and opposite angles. Sorry, first we can write opposite sides are equal. Okay, we can say that opposite sides are equal. Then all the angles are 90 degree. Is it? If it is 90 degree, here also it will be 90 degree. This also 90 degree. This also 90 degree. So why I am saying it as rectangle means these two sides are parallel. By using this diagram we can say then ABCD is a rectangle because opposite sides are equal. All the angles are 90 degree. Then in rectangle we know that diagonals are equal, right? So AC will be equal to BD, is it? And they bisect each other. Yes, do you remember this concept? So if the diagonals are equal, which sides will be equal? AC will be equal to BD. AC will be equal to BD. Then if the diagonals bisect each other, what and all will be equal? OA is equal to OC. OA is equal to OC. Then OB is equal to OD. Is it correct? If the diagonals are equal, then they are half of the diagonals is also equal. In one example problem we have dealt, no? Yes, therefore OA is equal to OB is equal to OC is equal to OD. Since the diagonals are equal, half of the diagonal is also equal. So OA, OB, OC, OD, everything are of equal length. Therefore, we can say O is equidistance from A, B and C. Since we are saying OA length, OB length, OC length and OD length are all equal, we can say that O is equidistance from A, B and C. So thus we have proved that statement. Listen, they have given ABCD is a right angled triangle, children, and we have drawn one extension. Through that extension we can say AD is equal to BC and AB is equal to DC. So we can say that it is a triangle because opposite sides are equal and all the angles are 90 degree. In rectangle, the diagonals bisect each other and diagonals are equal. So I have written diagonals are equal, diagonals bisect each other. Since diagonals are equal, half of the diagonal is also equal. Therefore, O is equidistance from A, B and C. Understood? Next, you can take page number 56, children. See, in that they have given that what have we discussed. In that they have given a tabular column, right? So they have given the definition of a parallelogram and what is that properties of the parallelogram. See, parallelogram is a quadrilateral with each pair of opposite sides parallel. Opposite sides are parallel. See, what is the property? Opposite sides are parallel, opposite angles are equal, then diagonal bisect each other. Likewise, they have given for the rhombus with the equal length. Four sides are of equal length. Then properties is all the properties of parallelogram will be there. Along with that, diagonals are perpendicular to each other, which means it is perpendicular bisector of each other. Then rectangle is with right angle. Opposite sides are equal. Then what is the properties? All the properties of parallelogram will satisfy the rectangle. Then each of the angle is right angle. Yes, in rectangle every angle will be 90 degree. Diagonals are equal. Then square, they have given about the square. All the sides of the square are equal. Then what is the property? Properties of parallelogram will satisfy, rhombus will satisfy, then rectangle will satisfy. Then about the kite, a quadrilateral with exactly two pairs of equal sides, which means adjacent sides will be equal. Then in what is the properties of that? A diagonal are perpendicular to each other. One of the diagonal bisect the other. Okay, one diagonal will bisect the other. Then they are saying that angle B, any one of the opposite angle will be equal, other will not be equal. Okay, that is the property which we have discussed in this class. Okay, today's class we have discussed exercise 3.4. I hope you all understood, children. Thank you.